Hello, beautiful children of China. It's your teacher, Timothy. Time to get the cobwebs out of your mind to learn something new, just me and you. Let's make this just a little bit bigger so we can really see each other for just a second. And you can say hi to George. Oh, there's George. George, we're going to light the candle today so that we have something beautiful happening because we're going to be creative today. We're going to create something, okay? So get ready, children. You might want to stop it right now and run out and get a piece of paper and a pencil because you're going to do a little bit of work today. You're going to do some writing, all right? So let me start the candle. Remember, I say it every time, if you have any matches around, make sure a grown-up is with you, your mom or your dad, your uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa, neighbor, somebody who can help because they're beautiful but dangerous, all right? Oh, there it goes. We have a beautiful candle right there. So, George, stay here close to us. Let's begin. I want to begin by talking about, we're going to start kind of in the middle of this one and we're going to go down and then back up to the top. But we're going to talk about a prompt, this word prompt. Let me make myself smaller, right? Like, oh, hello, hello. A prompt. Let me show you what that word looks like. Prompt. Prompt. Funny little word, prompt. And you can see it actually right here. We talk about writing prompts a lot, things that would help. A prompt means to help you begin, something to help you begin, to ask a question and cause something to begin. And what we're talking about beginning here is to begin writing. So we have something called a writing prompt, right? Can you see that word right there? Writing and prompt. There it is. So a writing prompt is something we say to help you start to write. So right now you might want to pause this, get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil, and we're going to ask you a writing prompt, okay? So, all right, let's ask that writing prompt. Here it says, Wendy's teacher gives her a special writing idea called a prompt. Wendy reads the prompt, makes a short map, a story map, and writes her paragraph. So what I'd like for you to do today, and for me to do also, is to read the prompt and then stop the video and make a story map, just like these people, and then write your paragraph. So we can do all of this together, okay? So here is our writing prompt today. Here it is. Let's read it together. Writing prompt. Write a story about one time when you had fun. You know what fun is? Fun is like, woohoo, that was super fun. So think of a time when you had fun and write a little story about it, okay? So right now, I'm going to start to think about a time when I had the first thing, but we're not going to write yet, are we? We're not going to write. We're just going to think of the story. I'm going to think of a story when I had fun. I know what it is. For me, it was about when I was a little boy, and we had many puppies. We had 7 puppies, and they were born at my house, and it was so much fun because they would chase me around the yard, and I would fall down, and they would lick my face, and I would laugh and laugh and laugh. Okay, so that is my story. Why don't you pause it and think of your story, and then we'll start again. Good. The next thing I want you to do, now that you've thought of your story, and you should tell somebody. You might want to pause it again. Tell someone in the room, if there is someone there, what your story is, just like I told you about my puppies. Good. Now we're going to look at what a story map is. Here is Wendy's story map. Wendy has decided to tell her story about a pumpkin. This is in the United States. Pumpkins are popular right now at the end of October, beginning of November. So the first part of just her story map they're just pictures. The story maps are just pictures at first. We just think of 4 pictures. For her, number 1 is a big pumpkin. For her, number 2 is a hay wagon. For her, number 3 is a red barn. And number 4 are apples. It's apples, okay? So for me, I would like you now to make this same shape. Make this same shape. On a piece of paper with a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, just like that. See how I did that? I want you to do the same thing. You can stop this video as much as you need to get that done. And then I want you to draw pictures of each of 4 parts of your story, okay? 4 parts of your story. I'm going to draw a picture. I'm going to pause it right now and draw a picture, and then I'll come back and show you what I did, okay? Hang on. So here you can see, I don't know if you can see that very well. Let me put it right up close. This one is the mother. There's the mother dog who has some babies right in her tummy right there for my story. Then the second one are puppies. These are all the little puppies. I didn't take the time to draw them very well, but 7 puppies. And then here, look, there I am running. There I am running with the puppies after me. And finally at the end, there I am sitting on the ground with all the puppies around me. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So that is my picture map, my story map. I really liked drawing it. I hope that you drew one too. I hope that you drew one too. And so now I want you, once you have yours, you can pause at any time and finish yours. Once you have your story map, then it's time for you to start writing. So here is Wendy's writing. Here, she wrote this about hers. Let's read it together, okay? Pumpkin farm. I had fun at the pumpkin farm. First, I picked out a big pumpkin. It was heavy. Mom and I rode on the hay wagon. Then we went to a big red barn. We ate apples. I like the pumpkin farm. So there's a nice paragraph that she wrote. Remember, you leave the top line open. You don't put anything here until later because that's your title, right? And then you indent right here, right? This is called indenting. We've been talking quite a bit about that, indenting right there. But we're not yet, are we? We are not quite yet to this. That was a final draft already, and we're only at the place where we've written our story map out. So then after your story map, you write it out. You write it out, and you say, I'm going to say, this is some, when I was a boy, my dog, Princess, was pregnant. Then, after a while, she had 7 puppies. The puppies were all different colors. When I ran outside, they chased me. I would carefully sit down, and they would jump up and lick my face. It was so much fun. So that would be my whole story that I would write out. And I'd like you to write something now about your story. And then when you're done with it, you have to check about capitals. You have to check about periods and exclamation points and question marks, and you have to also check for your spelling. And then when that's all done, you should write your final draft here, just like Wendy did about the pumpkin farm. What is yours about? I wish I was with you. I wish I was with you so that you could show me what yours is about. Mine is about when I was a boy. So I'd like you to stop it and to do the things where you write it out now and then stop it again and then check for spelling and then finally write a rough draft and make sure to give your paper a name. Mine is called My Puppies. That's the name of my story. What's yours? And then write it out beautifully, okay? So that is a good assignment for you, and you can just stop this now and wait for a long time until you're done with that to start again. And remember, on a final draft, you should also make a picture. Like, look, this should have probably been a pumpkin here, you know, a pumpkin here with the stem. A pumpkin, right? But they didn't have a picture on this one, but you should have a picture, and I would have a picture. I had some pictures here of my dog. All right, let's talk about the next thing. Let's go way to the top. Across the curriculum, so if you're going to write about certain things, the first one that they want to talk about is reading. Now, if you're going to write about reading, let's see what they say. Here's a girl named Nola. You may be asked to do narrative writing for some of your school subjects. Reading. Nola writes a letter to an author named Mercer Mayer. She takes a story related to her book. Now she writes to the author. Let's read what she says. Dear Mr. Mayer, I read your book, You're a Scaredy Cat, and once I tried to camp in my yard and it rained and I had to go inside too. I love your books. I want to read all of them. Your fan Nola. Now she's written a letter here and she put the date here at the top. She wrote a letter to somebody. That's how one way of writing after you read. You could write a letter to an author. Have you read a good book? Do you know the name of the author? Could you write to them? How about with music? Len writes about one special time when music made him happy. Now, notice that Len has also made a picture. Smart Len. I like that. There's a picture of some drums. And the name of his writing is Powwow. Powwow. What do you know about a powwow? Native Americans in the United States have powwows. Let's read what it says. Last summer, I went to a powwow. Many people came. Grandfather played the water drum. Dad played a wood flute. I got to shake a turtle shell rattle. Later, we danced. The music made me happy. I like powwows. Oh, that's a nice little, and that is about music. See, you could write about anything. So that's an example of writing about music, right? And then here is the part that we did with the writing prompt and for the final draft. So we'll move past that. But now we're going to talk about the words. These are important words that mean groups of people. We and us. In both of these groups of people have you in it. If I'm in a group, I say we. If I'm in a group, I say us. But when do we say we and when do we say us? They kind of mean the same thing, don't they? They're pronouns that you use to write about others and yourself. These pronouns are plural. There's more than just you. There's more than one person. Let's see about this. Use we as the subject of a sentence. We have a gym we have gym every Friday. Use us after the verb. So here's the verb. That's the action. He shows something. And if it's after, then you use the word us. Our teacher shows us new games. New games. Remember, a verb shows action. The teacher shows something like this. Oh, look over there. That's showing something. So that's the verb, showing some action. You could go running, but after the verb, then we use the pronoun us. Yeah, it's good to know. Grammar practice. Choose the right pronoun, we or us, for each sentence. Do you say we or do you say us? Here, let's try it. Example, we or us had fun in science today. Well, it's at the beginning, so we would say we. We had fun in science today. Good. How about this one? Mr. King told us or we about sound waves. Well, here's the action word right there, told. Mr. King told, and so if it's after the verb, it's us. Mr. King told us about sound waves. How about we or us made waves with string and spoons? Well, you made, that's the verb, so it's before the verb, so then we say we. We made waves with string and spoons. Finally, he gave we jars full of water, or he gave us jars full of water. Where's the verb? Oh, the verb is here, and the word is after the verb, so it's there. He gave us jars full of water. So we and us, now you know when to use we and when to use us. Using they and them, here are some other pronouns when we're not talking about being included. Let's see how they say that. They and them are pronouns you use to write about others. These pronouns are plural, so it's a group of people. Use they as the subject of a sentence at the beginning. Use them after the verb. So it's just like we and us, but they and them. Let's practice this. Let's look at theirs here. They or them wash their hands. Well, this is the verb, wash, so you're going to go with they. You're going to go with they. They wash their hands. How about Nana gives? Now here's the verb, right, to give. So then you take the second one. Nana gives them directions. How about they or them each knead the dough? Well, to knead is the verb. And so then before the verb, the subject is they. They each knead the dough. Here we have Nana bakes the bread for, well, here is the verb. So it's well after the verb. It's got to be the second one, them, because it's after. And then finally, they or them eat the warm bread. Well, here's the verb. Is it before or after? It's before. Finally, they eat the warm bread. They and them. Two very important words. Remember, you are not in the group. You're talking about them over there, or they get to do that, but you're not in it. That would be we or us. So there is the difference between we and us and they and them. Here's some more pronouns. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Molly likes grapes. She likes grapes. She takes the place of the noun Molly. How about this one? Robert peeled a banana. Robert peeled it. Look at that. What does it take the place of? The pronoun takes the place of the banana. Robert peels a banana. Robert peels it. Common pronouns. I, we, her, them, it, us, me, they, she, he, his, you. So let's say them with me. Ready? I'll say it, then you say it back. I, we, her, them, it, us, me, they, she, he, his, you. So there you have common pronouns. Those are words that take the place of nouns. Here are the different words that sound the same. Isn't that called a homonym? I'm not sure of the name. They should tell us here. But basically, they're saying that these two words sound the same, but they're spelled differently. And they mean different things, but they sound the same. So these are important in the English language. It's so easy to get mixed up, but these sound the same, don't they? Okay, so let's read them. Actually, the first one is read, isn't it? I'm sorry, past tense of read, I read a story to Maya. My favorite ball is red and blue. See here? Read, I read, that's past tense of reading, and past tense of to read, and then red is also a color. The next one. Many trucks are on the road. I rode the bus to school. So this is what trucks drive on the road. And this is when you sit on a bus, you rode on the bus. Past tense of riding, to ride, is rode. And they sound the same. Now these three right here are really, really important. I want you to learn what these three do. They sound the same, there, and there. And it might take a while to master this, but even in the United States, people still make mistakes with these three. So if you can learn this, you will be so smart, even smarter than a lot of people in the United States with there, and there. Now this one, first, it shows who the house belongs to. It's their house. Their house. My dog ran to their house. It shows possession of the house. Whose house? Their house. Those people. How about this one? There, this is like to point and say right there, there are two books on the table. Or you could say right over there. There are two books on the table. That's spelled like that. That's a place in the world, right there. And this one is two words. It's called a contraction, and it's two words, they and are. Now, when they and are get put together, right here, they get rid of this letter right there, and they move them together and they put an apostrophe in, and then suddenly it's there, right? Do you see that? So it means they are. That's what that means, they are. So if you can say they are, then you know that it has to be spelled that way, there. They're playing tag. They are playing tag. They are playing tag. They're playing tag. So it sounds the same as these other ones, but means a very different thing. So there's the word there. It's really important, those, and it's fun to learn those. And then here, this is the other one. This is so great because here we have the three different ways to say two. Two that means different, three different things, but sounds the same and spelled differently. This first one, just T-O, I went to Grandpa's house. That means you went over there to it. I went to it. I sing to you, to something, to something. And then this one means, this one with two O's in it, it means this. It means the same thing as this word. If you can say, can I play two? If you can change it with this, can I play also? It's the same. Then you use two O's in it, too. Can I play two? Can I play also? If those two are interchangeable, so that you could ask it with also, and it works, then you know that you should use that one, T-O-O. And finally, this one right here is the number two. This one right here is really the number 2. That's how you spell the number 2. So that has to be a number. I had 2 eggs for breakfast. And actually today I did have 2 eggs for breakfast. I had 2 eggs for breakfast. So those are the 3 different words, 2, 2, and 2, spelled 3 different ways, and they mean 3 different things. They sound the same, don't they? So, wow. Let me just see how we're doing here. Well, we're almost to the end of our lesson. We learned so much, and I so wish that I could be with you. I wish I could be with you and that I could hear the story that you wrote. And I'd like to tell you more about the story that I wrote about the puppies. I'd like to read it for you about when my dog Princess had puppies. And I don't know if you're going to keep watching these, but if you do, pretty soon I'm going to have a new puppy at my house for my family. And when I have it, I'm going to bring it and show it to you on these videos. So stay tuned. You might see a new puppy pretty soon. All right. How about you, George? Do you like puppies? Yes, you're a good guy. You'll probably, I won't let that puppy, sometimes puppies chew. I won't let them chew on George. I will not let them chew on George. George, you stay safe. You stay right in here with me. I will not let the puppy chew on you. George, you stay there. I'll blow this out. There we go. Well, good for us. Goodbye, my friends. It's your teacher, Timothy, signing off. Thanks for a good lesson. Now I'm happier. You are smarter, and the whole world is a little bit smaller. Thank you. Bye-bye. Can you say thank you, goodbye? Thank you, bye-bye.